We're in today with the RTX 2080 Ti from MSI. This is a 2011 video card with 4352 shaders. It's got 11 gig of VRAM GDDR6, running at 1350 MHz on the core clock, 1750 MHz on the memory clock, 352 bits bus width, and today we're gonna pair it up with this i7-6950X with 10 cores and 20 threads. The best thing I can do for this video card without resizable bar is just jump in the same games that I play with that Intel Arc and see how it holds. Let's go. Let's start with Fortnite, because that's the game that I had first time in playing with that Intel Arc. But in this situation you can see that I got nice FPS from this computer, seriously. Previously in Fortnite I had low details with DirectX 12 on 1080p and I had very interesting performance, barely 30-40 FPS on average. Now look at this, I'm on 1080p with Epic on DirectX 12. I have no ray tracing activated because I know that effect is butchering the whole performance in the game, but this is awesome even like this. So it stays around 60 FPS here. You can see it's got some nice drops here. Not gonna lie, you know, it's a big exaggeration to do this, you know, with epic details, but you can actually see that the performance is not bad with this. With that Intel Arc I had different type of performance, like 200 FPS. I mean, it was DirectX 11, you know, low quality, and it was doing a fantastic job in performance mode, you know. But here with DirectX 12 you can actually see that the performance is actually decent, and I freaking love it, seriously. 420 watts. I mean, the whole computer is being utilized here. You can see that the video card is delivering the performance. All in all, I can say this is utilized properly. On top of the hill I still got 60 FPS, maximum load on the core of the video card, 60 degrees. I like the temperature this video card is offering with 60% fan power, you know. So 6.8 gig of VRAM, it's not bad. Good to see this video card running this well. I tried to run the game, you know, with this configuration, but it didn't start. So in this situation, because of the capture card and the resolution that it's offering me here, and plus the game doesn't allow me the bar to move, I literally move the mouse in the menu to actually activate it. 1080p is the resolution in this case, with maximum everything turned on, you know, like enhanced lights, maximum details, everything is turned on. And in this situation with an RTX 2080 Ti, I got 130 FPS in the city. You remember we played so many video cards, and in cases like this you can actually see that sometimes it's very hard to achieve that type of performance. But in this case I think it will be very ideal to put a video card like this in this condition to see parallel with Intel Arc, because you look at it for a decent video card, you know, but 2080 Ti is the same price. It's got 11 gig of VRAM, but it's running games like this, you know, just in case you're interested on running all library games, you know. That is a good budget, but it's for new stuff, you know. So in this situation you can see the performance is kind of, you know, volatile. I mean, if it's reaching 400 FPS, then it's going to use the core at maximum with 420 watts. But if you look in the city and you limit the FPS, you're going to get 114-15 FPS and 40% load on the core of the video card with decent temperature, yes, and less wattage. I think this performance that you see it now is based on maybe single core performance. I don't know, some threads maybe. I don't understand, seriously, why is it performing like this? Maybe it needs multiple core, more single core, I don't know. 8% load on the CPU, 40% load on the GPU, and I got only 115 FPS. I don't understand why I don't have 390 FPS when I look at the city. I don't know, the bandwidth, I don't know. I had 12 FPS on 1080p with ultra details in this game with Intel Arc. I don't know what happened there, but apparently it didn't like the DirectX. Maybe, I think it was not compatible. Regardless, RTX 2080 Ti, yeah, ultra details, but on 4K. You understand? 4K. Look at that. 39% load, 39 degrees, 2.9 gig of VRAM, and maximum performance here. Look at that. If you look around, you can actually see maybe it's utilizing 45% load on the video card's core. 74 watts, 220 watts consumption. What do you want more? Look at it. Imagine putting this game for huge monitor or whatever monitor you got, you know, but it's 4K. It's 4K. I use DSR. What's the name? In S.T.A.L.K.E.R, you cannot use more than 1080p because it breaks the menu and it doesn't matter. In this case, you can actually see that is working really nice. Frame time is flat, a core load is not utilized, 0.8 gig of system RAM. This is the most adequate thing I can see from an old game with a video card like this. Last time I was here in World of Tanks with this the computer, I had on Intel Arc with 1080p with maximum details between 100 FPS and 170 or something like that. Yes, but in on 1080p I want to mention it, you know. So I put ultra details, I put ultra maximum details the same, but now I put 4K resolution, you know, 4K resolution with this video card, and the only thing I wanted to see how it's performing, and I got nearly 100 FPS with this. So nearly the same performance on 4K resolution with this video card. You know, the difference is kind of outstanding, you know, because I got now 440 watts consumption from this. It looks spanking, seriously, it looks gorgeous, it looks awesome. I think the only thing I can do here is just play the game and see how much average I get from this video card and how it's performing on the VRAM side, on the temperature side. It's very important on the temperature side because this is a 2080 Ti. It's not like like a mid-range video card, and it's very important to see the temperature and how it's delivering that thermal, you know. I think this is the most awesome video card that I can see on this VRAM amount, seriously. The only thing I can do with this is just be amazed about the performance of this video card. Not gonna lie, you know, the difference is kind of huge, you know. I remember that video card doing a fantastic job, you know, but it was on 1080p with maximum details, and in this situation you can see that with maximum details on 4K it's a different type of concept, seriously, and it's a monster 1080p versus 4K. I mean, come on. It's a different on the resolution, you know, but this video card managed to grind on this resolution and delivered nice performance. 5 gig of VRAM utilized, maximum core load, 62 degrees on the core of the video card, kind of good on the temperature side, not a big problem, and yeah, really appreciate this video card and how it's performing. Even the CPU side, the system side is fantastic. 9.4 gig of system RAM, and in this situation you can see is delivering some nice performance with this video card. You know, 30% load, not a big problem. There are some dips here and there, but not that deep. If I remember correctly, I had 170 FPS on high details with this game. Seriously, I didn't put it on movie. I put the same quality here, but the only thing I put here in this situation was DLSS with deep learning and anti-aliasing, some hacks on the quality. I don't understand what happens because I got 51% load. Seriously, I think I have to put on cinematic or something in order to get it. Let's try. I mean, I'm actually curious. So I put custom on very high and DLSS, deep learning, super sampling, blah blah blah. I don't know what's that. Seriously, I just wanted to see it, but I think we need to put movie preset, 200 FPS, nearly the same, a little more on the on this video card, but the other one was nearly on the same range, 170 FPS, and not a big difference, you know, between them, but in this case you can actually see it's almost there with this performance. Actually, it's over 200 FPS. It's much better with this. All in all, I can say that 50% load on the GPU core, 4.2 gig of VRAM. This video card is sleepy, man. It doesn't consume too much because it's not being utilized. Maybe that's the limit, you know, 200 FPS in this game. Is there a limit? I've never seen this amount of FPS with maximum details in War Thunder. Seriously, 20% load on the CPU, 48 degrees, and only 7.8 gig of system RAM utilized. Oh, like this. Seriously, if I had to play War Thunder like this, it will be fantastic all day. I put 4K on this occasion in Warframe with this video card, and I got maximum details here. I got like 70, 80 FPS on average. I mean, it's 4K resolution. You know, I think that if I put this video card with 1080p, it's gonna be bananas. But the only thing I wanted to see is how many watts it's gonna consume, and at one point I seen 500 watts consumption. 90 FPS on average, 3.3 gig of VRAM utilized. This is actually good, you know, considering the resolution. Nothing. This video card can actually cook temperature wise. I mean, if you look at the temperature side, you can actually see the video card is doing a fantastic job with effects and stuff like that. Everything is working flawless. Only 9.5 gig of system RAM utilized. In some cases it's reaching 30% load on the CPU side, you know, it's being utilized in some situation, so hence why I got nearly 500 watts consumption. It's constantly on 90 FPS, 80-90 FPS, and it doesn't have any problems. It just goes and it goes and it goes and it performs really well. How about Starfield? Let's see the settings, because last time I was here with the system with that video card I had some big problems. So I got DLSS. Let's disable everything and see how it's running without nothing. I got render scale 100%, low details, and NVIDIA reflex on. That's it. Let's see how it's running with basic stuff. 60 FPS. 60 FPS. So 454, you know, 52. With that Intel Arc I had what, 20 FPS or something. 19-20 FPS with without nothing, you know, so I have to activate frame generation and stuff like that in order to get the real performance, you know. But look at this, 50% load on the GPU and only 4.3 gig of VRAM utilized. 60-70% on the CPU. Yeah, not a big fan, seriously, of this. But regardless, let's see how it's running with maximum. If we load the video card and put all kinds of settings inside, you know, so I got I can put ultra dynamic resolution is on, yeah, and FSR with frame generation on, yes, and you can have it like this with 75% render scale and see how it looks like this. If I remember correctly, this is how I was playing Starfield with FSR or something like that, and I locked it to 100 FPS because of the monitor. I love this game, and I remember it. I was playing it with 2080 Ti. Just realized it, and I had FSR, and I was playing it like this. You can actually see it's doing a fantastic job. 93% load on the core of the video card, 5.2 gig of VRAM, and 100 FPS on average. On the same computer with that Intel Arc on 1080p with maximum details, I got 60 FPS. 60-70 FPS with 1080p with maximum details with that Intel Arc B580, you know. So you know what I've done now? I put it on 4K with maximum details with this video card, and in this situation you can actually see I get 100 FPS with 4K. This is actually an insane performance from this video card. 470 watts consumption. It's utilizing this video card at maximum with 98% load on the core. 9.6 gig of VRAM. Temperature wise is still 60 degrees. I'm actually surprised that it's sitting there with 66% fan power in this case. Not a bad performance from this video card. I love how it's being utilized in this case. On the system side, I got like 10.6 gig of system RAM, 20% load on the CPU side, and is doing a fantastic job overall. You know, the whole computer, 450 watts consumption from the wall with this. It feels very good, you know, even with 4K resolution, you can actually see it's actually holding pretty well, and I freaking love how this video card is delivering the performance. By the way, Fidelity FX is not activated in this case, it's disabled. You can put some performance there, you know, if it's 4K, and with I think with Fidelity FX you can get better FPS in this case, you know, because you got 4K and maximum details. And with Fidelity FX, you'll end up with the best performance. Definitely an interesting performance in GTA 5. I got nice performance on 4K. Seriously, the only thing I did, I put maximum details with 4K and disable PSA, that is X8 and stuff like that. I didn't want to put super light and stuff like that in order to butcher the whole thing. The moment I activate those, the FPS drop to 40, you know, but in this situation, even extended load long shadows, then everything is turned on, you know, aside from frame scale that is 1. In this situation you can see with 4K that the video card is doing a fantastic job, you know. The only thing I want to see this video card being loaded at maximum, and I want to see how much VRAM I'm utilizing on the street. All in all, I can say that this is an awesome experience. If I put this video card on 1080p, I would get how is everybody's telling me stutter because it's reaching maximum FPS, you know. But in this case with 4K you can actually see it looks fantastic, and I got like 80 FPS on average. Good performance from this video card. Can actually see online with this video card, and this system is holding pretty well around 60 FPS. Sometimes it's dropping below, but all in all I can say even with 4K you can see that the video card and the system is doing a fantastic job. 70-80% load on the video card's core, 6.1 gig of VRAM. This is fantastic. I think you need online on this occasion a lot of VRAM in order to get that 60 FPS constant. You can actually see it's doing a fantastic job on delivering that. Temperature wise stays around 60 degrees with the profile. Hopefully that is the temperature. I managed to see that in some situation the temperature on the video card it's 61, so it's moving, it's not very stuck. I'm scared, you know, sometimes because it's very constant, you know, that profile for the fan in MSI Afterburner. I thought that the fan is not doing something wrong, you know, and it's not reporting, and I was like I'm overheating the video card or something like that. But it's 60 degrees in this occasion and it's doing fantastic, you know, with 50-60% power, and it's delivering that performance. Today's benchmark was quite simple. The only thing I have to do is replicate the steps that I've been with that B580. Seriously, if I can show you that on the same price, theoretically it's on the same price, you can find nearly on the same price a video card like this, a 2080 Ti, you know, with 11 gig of VRAM. So if you are considering that you want that amount of VRAM, and let's say you don't have the new computer, but at the same time you want ray tracing, you want some power, you want the VRAM, you want PCI Express 3.0, you know, you need a proper video card. Plus this one has double the shaders, 352 bits bus width, not 100 and something. This is a beast of a video card. What I've seen today, it was double the performance from that Intel Arc. If you are interested now to get that video card, you have to look at this video card first, you know, which one is the best, 2080 Ti or an Intel Arc B580. I don't want to diss that video card because it's a fantastic new video card and I really appreciate having something like that, you know. I'm just happy to see the difference between something that are on the same value, you know, RTX 2080 Ti versus that Intel Arc. Theoretically I will choose the RTX 2080 Ti, you know, but because it's a brand new video card, it's a very fantastic thing to consider, you know, if you want to build a new computer, because majority of the time a new computer, all kinds of features for the video card, it will do great, you know. If you put the price when this video cards were launched versus that Intel Arc, it's a totally different story, you understand? It's totally different, you know. You cannot compare them because this was an expensive video card when it was launched. Now they're on the same page, so this is why I'm considering something like this. Theoretically I should test this video card with resizable bar because it's got 11 gig of VRAM, you know, so I think it will be ideal to go back in that i9 where it came from because that's the place I was using it, and to test the video card one more time, because here with this computer in the same condition, I'm 100% sure this video card was handicapped. You understand? So on that amount of VRAM, that amount of quality, everything that I put today, it was similar condition with that Intel Arc. The ideal condition for this video card will be with that i9 10th gen in order to see how it's performing with a resizable bar. That's the only thing I have to do next. If you're interested, of course. If you have any suggestion for this video card or for the system, leave a comment, smash that like button, and I'll see you soon.